My name is Winston Yard, Director of the College Discovery Program here at Queensborough Community College, and on behalf of a magnificent team in the College Discovery Office, I want to welcome you to Queensborough and welcome you to this orientation program. Before I begin, I want to introduce the staff in the College Discovery Office. There's Ms. Sacrosano. These are our counselors, Ms. Sacrosano and Ms. Casanova, Cynthia, and Sandra. Cynthia and Sandra to you when you become students, and you will be seeing them as counselors. Okay? There's one other counselor, and she's not here. She's on leave, and her name is Kat Wicia. And but you will meet with her when you come to class and come to be advised and registered in June. In the back is the coordinator of our tutoring center. You'll get to know him very well, as you will the counselors. He runs our tutoring service here in the program, and you met some of the tutors who handed you those evaluation forms as well, and they've left for the day, I believe. Yeah. All right. So that's the staff, and again, I welcome you. Well, what we hope to do today is to sort of just to get you started on what the College Discovery Program is all about. What are our expectations? What are your next steps? I know you have a lot of questions. We also have our financial aid team here with us, Marianne Langbart from Financial Aid Office, and Michelle Young, who is the CD liaison in the Financial Aid Office, and the expert for CD students. So don't all mob her all at once. Marianne is the Associate Director of Financial Aid, and Michelle is one of the counselors there. All right, so we hope to get you all squared away when you leave here today. Hopefully you will know what's expected of you, what are your next steps, and we get you on to becoming full CD students. At this point in the process, you're actually considered potential CD students until you submitted the financial verification form, your taxes, the whole nine, and we'll go through all of that, and then you become full-fledged CD students. Now, we'll talk a little bit about the program, obviously, what the program entails, what are our expectations, and so we'll get started on our presentation. We have a little PowerPoint presentation prepared for you, and I'll ask that you hold your questions till the very end of the first portion of the presentation and on the financial aid end as well. Okay? Okay. You'll see our little guy flying up there every now and then. Don't be disturbed by him. He's welcoming you as well. Go ahead. Okay. About the program. Students and parents tend to ask, what is the College Discovery Program all about? When did, I should go on this side.
Sure.
When did it get started? And here it is. It started since 1964. And it's actually to help students who were locked out of the educational process, the higher ed process, either because of income or because they were not prepared for the challenges, economically and or educationally in higher ed. And so the College Discovery Program and SEEK were created in the City University of New York. There's similar programs in private schools and in the SUNY system. You might have heard of them, EOP and HEOP. Those are the equivalent programs at those schools, and you'll know that you can transfer once you finish here at Queensborough in the College Discovery Program to one of those programs as well. So it's not terminal, meaning it doesn't end here at Queensborough. You can transfer this program and this access on. In additional financial aid assistance is offered as one of the benefits in the program. All right, and we'll talk some more about what those additional resources are. Counseling support. You met our team of counselors and assigned to work with you throughout your 2 years here. And I say 2 years because, again, it is an associate degree program, and we expect that you will finish in about 2.5 years. The average student will be 2.5 years, 3 years, but you will have that support with you throughout your stay here. All right? Academic advisement is personalized, and for those of you coming out of high schools right now, you want to know, well, what is academic advisement? All right? Now that's when we help you to select your classes. And we don't want you to go off doing your own thing. We have people here who will help you select the right classes for you to help you graduate in 2 years. And that's what that process is all about. In fact, that's one of the next steps we'll talk about later on that you'll be faced with, and you have to make an appointment. But that's what that process is all about. All right, it's careful advisement depending on your major. You want to make sure that you're taking the right courses so that you can graduate on time and move on. Free academic support services. You met Mr. Cruz, who runs the Tutoring Center Academic Support Services, I should say, because we've changed the name from Tutoring Center. It's now Academic Support Services, but that's where tutoring takes place, and it's mandatory. All right, the program requires that you show up to the tutoring center at least twice a month. Is it twice a month? At least twice a month, or as often as you need. All right. You may be taking a very challenging math course and you need some assistance. All right. If you feel you have to go there every day, then you go every day. But it is mandatory. And if you don't go to tutoring, then you will be how should I say this? You will lose your CD benefits. All right. You will not be able to keep them. Because it is a required service, and you will be signing a contract that says you will follow through on these guidelines and these requirements. So you must go to the tutoring center. Get to know them very, very well. Next one. Okay, some additional benefits. Oops, it's going too fast. Some additional benefits is the pre-summer classes, and some of you are already making plans, I know, for the summer, but you will be required to attend classes this summer. If you've already taken, how many of you have taken the CUNY assessment test, placement tests as yet? A good number of you have. Some of you may not have to take that test because you are exempt from that test. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But summer, you will be taking that summer class. And for summer, you will be getting a stipend of up to $300. All right? And what we'll do this summer as well is we'll throw in some Metro cards to help you with your transportation back and forth to school. Now, it's for school. It's not for that date in Manhattan. It's to get you to school. The Metro card I'm talking about. And the stipend I'm talking about, all right? The stipend is to help you with whatever additional costs you may have, maybe to get books, all right? Because books alone are $100 a pop, all right? And we may be able to provide you with textbooks. That depends on the additional funding we receive, all right? So you may be able to get that. That's not a promise, all right? But we may be able to do that. So that's what's happening for the summer. Now, if you have plans for the summer, you will need to, revisit those plans, and I'll tell you when the session starts, and plan to be here instead, taking those summer courses if you need to be taking remedial classes, okay? Financial support for books and transportation costs each semester. Each semester you get a $350 stipend, but you need to also, be sure to keep your grades up, and the financial aid office will stress that as well, that you need to make sure that you're maintaining a certain grade point average in order to continue receiving these benefits. And it's only good, plus you get the $69 CD fee, which will be applied to your bill. Okay? One of the really good benefits about this program is that you get TAP, and those of you're in high school, you don't know what TAP is. But this is our tuition assistance program, and it's really funding from the state of New York, TAP. When you apply for financial aid, you apply for TAP also. And again, our financial aid team will explain that in greater detail. But you get 6 semesters applied to your bill, to your associate degree here. Plus, you get an additional 2 semesters. All right? While the average student will get 6 semesters, when they transfer on, they do not get that additional 2 semesters. You'll be getting 4 semesters of TAP between Queensborough and your 4-year college experience. while a regular student would be getting 6 plus 2. They'll be getting 8 semesters. So that's the additional benefit. You get 2 semesters extra as a CD student. Again, if you stay here and graduate in 2 years or 3 years and move on to get your bachelor's degree, you get that additional 2 semesters. Okay? And parents, you would love to hear that because, I mean, again, it's not a burden on your pocketbook that when they move on to the senior college, that they'll get that additional two semesters. They're getting 4 semesters, 10 semesters total instead of 8. All right? Keep that number in the back of your mind. 10 semesters, not 8 semesters, as a CD student. All right? Again, when you transfer on, 6 here, and you get 4 when you transfer on. You'll get an opportunity to participate in leadership training activities, all right, through our CD club, and we encourage students, our CD students, to join the CD club. Ms. Casanova is the faculty advisor to the club, and she helps to plan all the activities. In fact, you just saw one of our students, Kiera, who is the vice president of the club. All right, and we encourage you to also participate. All right. CD benefits, as I mentioned earlier, transfer on to senior colleges, so that the benefit that you receive, the benefits are not terminal here at Queensborough. They transfer on with you, as I mentioned earlier. All right. Whether you go to a private school, if that private school offers a EOP or HEOP program, or if you transfer on to a SUNY school, all right, you get EOP or HEOP as well. Another CUNY 4-year school, whether it's Baruch, Queens, Hunter, Brooklyn, all right, they have what's called the SEEK program at the 4-year schools. So it's called CD at community colleges and SEEK at the 4-year schools. You also have some additional assistance available for you if you plan to go on for graduate studies. All right, you can get some assistance as a college discovery student, which is, of course, not available to all students. All right, so those are some of the additional benefits. Your requirements: every semester, you must be registered as a full-time student. All right, and we expect that you will register for at least 12 or 13 credits, 15 credits. We're trying to push it to 15, all right, to maintain your full-time status, and that's every semester. All right, a semester is, of course, 3 months. This fall semester will start in August and will end in December. I'm sorry, yeah, August 28th, yeah. And end in the end of August. So it's September, October, November, December, 4 months. Mid-December, 4 months, all right? And you must maintain your credit load, 12 credits or more. We make some exceptions for certain programs, all right, that you can be a part-time student, but that has to be approved by your counselor and by me. But you must. If you're coming to the end of your stay here at Queensborough and you only need 7 credits to graduate, obviously you won't be a full-time student. We'll make that exception. There's some exceptions, and some programs will only allow you, if you're a nursing student, for example, you can only take one class is 7, 8 credits. All right, so you can, and if you're only taking 2 classes, you won't be a full-time student. All right, so there are some exceptions, but by and large, you must be a full-time student carrying at least 12 to 15 credits or more. And you must maintain your GPA requirements. As I mentioned earlier, you must maintain it. You need a 2.0 to graduate from Queensborough, but we know our CD students can do very well, and they'll do 3.0s or 4.0s. So we look forward to you doing that. All right, and of course, and there's no reason why you can't. You have counseling support, you have the academic tutoring support, and you should be able to maintain that average. In college, there are some academic standings that you should know as new incoming freshmen. Good standing are for the good guys, the ones who are maintaining the 3.0 averages and the 4.0 averages. You're in good standing. 2.0 average, you're in good standing. All right? And then there's the academic alert. And this is only given, I'm throwing this all out to you now, and so that you're aware of it as freshmen, you need to know When you're on academic alert, your first semester, it's because you're not doing well. Okay? You're in trouble. Parents, if you should ask, and they say they're on academic alert, the first semester, that's just an alert that says, bing, you're not doing well, you need to go get counseling, you need to go get tutoring, all right? You've got to pay attention to that academic alert. And that comes from the instructors. It says, Johnny's not going to class, Elizabeth is not doing well on her tests, all right? And you reached out. The counselors in CD will reach out to you and say, well, what's going on? I haven't seen you this month, but you're on academic alert, which means you've got to come in, talk to somebody, get down to the tutoring center, and get the help that you need. All right? It's serious business, folks, and you've got to make sure that you're holding up your end of the bargain. All right? Probation is the next step. If second semester you're not doing well and we put you now on academic probation. If by the third semester you're still not doing well, then guess what? You're dismissed. That's the final step. You're out. Okay? And then it takes a whole process. You may not even be able to return. And then that just jeopardizes your entire academic career. All right? And you don't want to get to that step. That's and sorry? And yeah, I was just reminded. This goes for non-CD students as well. It's not just you guys. I'm not just, but I want you guys to do well. That's why you're all here. But yeah, this applies to all students, whether you're in a college discovery program or not. Remedial courses are the courses that you will take. These are basic skills courses that for you CD students, you get to take them over the summer. I mentioned earlier summer. If you took the placement test and did not do well on any parts of that test, the summer, you will take those remedial courses, and they are for free. Okay? There's no cost to you, no cost to your parents, and it's in reading, writing, or math, and math. If you need to take all three of those courses, if you know you didn't do well on the test, and we will know when you come in to be advised and registered, we will know how well you did, and you'll get the results of your tests on that day. And then you will register for your courses for the summer. Okay? Grading system. Grading works differently than it does in high school. High school, you get a number, all right? It's a numeric grading system. Here, it's an alpha system. It's an A, it's a B, it's a C, it's a D, it's an F. Keep those in mind. A's, of course, are what you want to achieve. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Okay, how are we going to be communicating with... Okay, too fast. How are we going to be communicating with you? How many of you have been on your Tiger Connect page and know what that is? I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. That's good. We get phone calls a lot from students saying, how do I get my stuff? I don't know. I didn't get anything in the mail. And we go to your Tiger Connect page. It's all there. And that's how we're going to be communicating with you to the point until you register for your classes. Okay? So please check that page at least once a week. The page is refreshed as you complete certain tasks. Okay? You took the placement test, that's checked off. So it serves as a guide to get you through to your advisement and registration. Even your appointment for advisement, and we'll look at that page in a minute, you can do that as well off of your Tiger Connect page. So please check that page on a regular basis. We'll also send letters and postcards to your home, all right? Have your parents, and this is really for the parents, because we know when the mail comes, they take the mail and they toss it under the bed. But we know as parents, you will look at it, you will ask for it, and you will read it. So we want to make sure that we touch the parents as well as the student, all right? And your Tiger Mail will kick in after you've registered and become a student here. Your Tiger Mail, this is QCC's email. You want to look at that once you've been registered and become a regular student. That's how the college and other departments will be, and including CD, will be communicating with you on a regular basis. We talked a little bit earlier about placement testing, and you can be exempt from the placement test. And how do you do that? If you have a 75 or better on your on your English Regents, that will exempt you from the reading and the writing placement tests. 75 on the Regents. If you got an 80 on the math Regents, that will exempt you from the math portion of the placement tests. Or if you score a 480 on the critical reading SAT or a 20 on the ACT, then you're exempt from the placement test. If you score a 480 on the math SAT or 20 on the ACT, you're exempt from the placement test in math. Okay? So if you didn't raise your hand earlier as taking the placement test, then you may have been exempt. If you have not raised your hand and you might have been admitted recently, then you should be getting some information in the mail regarding those tests. Again, it's reading, writing, and math. Okay? The purpose of the test is really to provide some kind of a barometer for us to know where you should be placed your first semester. Okay? It's not a test to really scare you. It's not like the SATs, so it's not that complicated. It's basic 11th year, 10th year math, basic reading and writing, reading comprehension. That's basically it. And writing a simple essay. Okay? You need to submit your financial aid documents, and I won't go too much into that, but it's the IRS transcript. And I know we've been getting phone calls from students asking, what is an IRS transcript? But parents, the financial aid team will go through that with you. You should be able to retrieve it. In fact, for me, when I heard it was so difficult, I decided I would go in and try to retrieve my IRS transcript. And guess what? It took about 2 or 3 minutes. All right, and I knew nothing. I mean, we know IRS is we just think complicated and bureaucratic, but it really was not. It's very simple. And we give you the exact link that takes you directly to the form. So you don't have to navigate the entire IRS page. But that transcript is very, very important to the financial aid office in verifying that you are eligible to receive CD funding. Okay? You will make your appointment, and I'll show you where you will do that in a few minutes, for your summer and fall academic advisement. All right? If you need remedial courses, you'll take them, as I mentioned earlier, in the summer. But you'll get that appointment, again, through your Tiger Connect page. And I'll show you what that page looks like in a few minutes. Next click, I think it's on the next slide. You make your appointment directly online. All right? And the summer semester starts July 1 and ends August 8th. So if you have plans to go on the beach during this time, guess what? You got to do it after August 8th. Okay? We're sorry. We want to get you prepared. And again, these courses you will take in the summer are free. Okay? The fall semester, for those of you who don't have to be here in the summer, if you're exempt from the test, and you didn't need remedial, or you passed all 3 parts of the test, you really don't have to be here over the summer. You'll take our ST100 course, our Introduction to College, in the fall semester. Okay? And so you can go off and have a wonderful summer if you did very well. Okay. The fall semester starts August 28th, first day of classes, and as I mentioned, runs through mid-December. You will review your CD contract, your next steps with your counselor, all right? And you should keep in mind you need to come into the CD office and meet with your counselor on a regular basis. Regularly meet with your CD counselors, okay? This is the page that will allow you to go in and make your appointment to be advised and registered on your Tiger Connect page, site rather, all right? You see it says there, click here to make your advisement and schedule yourselves. If you're ready to be advised and you have all the check marks on your Tiger Connect page, then you're ready to go in and make your appointment. Okay? As I mentioned earlier, meet with your CD counselor regularly. Register and attend the tutoring center. Just to recap, register and attend your tutoring sessions. We want you to do that. And what I'm going to do is take a minute and ask Mr. Cruz to come down and just talk to you a little bit about the tutoring center and what they do. Felix? He was just here a minute ago, right? Okay, I'll try to get him in a little bit. And attend the CD workshop and club events. Register and attend probation. If you're on probation, you want to go to those workshops, all right? And because that's where you will get the kind of support you need to get out of probation, okay? To get off of probation, rather. File your financial aid forms every year. As a student, you'll need to file for financial aid every year. It's not a one-time thing. You're going to do this every year. And that's true of any school, any college that you're going to, okay? Okay. Mr. Cruz, could you make your way down for a minute? Read your Tiger Mail weekly, okay? And schedule and keep your advisement appointment with your counselor, all right? And we start advising students in October for the spring semester and March for the fall. So we start real early to get you the opportunity to get the classes you want and the schedule that you want, okay? So I'm gonna ask Mr. Cruz to talk a little bit about the Tutoring Center, or Academic Support Services Center. Just a few words about the center. And then we'll hand over to our financial aid folks.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Felix Cruz, and I'm the coordinator of the Academic Support Center. Now, what services do we offer? We offer tutoring in all of your courses. Doesn't matter what course you're taking, and you need help, you come to the library building, room 118 CD. You can't miss it because there's banners, there's College Discovery, Tutoring Center. And also it's the only room that's enclosed with windows, so it's the first floor of the library building. We're open from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Now I encourage all of you, like the first week of class, you start coming right away. Even though you might not have any questions, but at least get into the habit of coming to the center. You can use our computers to check your email. Check your email. If you want to type a paper, Word, we got Word, Excel. So all of that, just come, even to study or to read a book. We just want you to come, get to meet our tutors, and we're happy, it'll be like a family, okay? We're there to help you, so we want you to take advantage of us. So that's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Library building, room 118 CD. And I hope to see all of you. And I also encourage you to become involved in the campus activities, join the College Discovery Club, get involved in student government, any other activities that you could possibly get involved in, do it, because it's going to help you at the end. All right? So thank you, and I hope to see all of you at the Tutoring Center. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Felix. Okay, we're supposed to have a question and answer period, but what I'm going to do is save the questions to the very end, and we'll have our financial aid crew come up now and talk about the financial aid process. That's a very quick process that goes through just a few slides with you, and then we'll break and we'll have you ask questions, and then you get some refreshments, and you get to do your surveys, and all is well. So here's our financial aid crew.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Young. I'm an Associate Director of Financial Aid Office, and my colleague,
Marianne Langbart. I'm also the Associate Director of Financial Aid. So welcome, everyone.
Okay. It's right here. It's right here. Okay, so we're talking about money. Okay, the most important to see that are you really eligible in the College Discovery Program. That's some information I need to look at it. So determining eligibility for the College Discovery Program is 3 items. Most important is your income, your family total family income for 2012. And when I talk about total family income, so I guess is the parents. Most of the students right now in this room, I believe should be most likely a dependent student. So we are looking for 2012, the total family incomes. And the second things I look for is the household size. And the household size I will base on your income transcript, which is like, will show it on your income tax form also. But in this year, 2012, 2013, 14, and we're looking for is tax return transcript. But I will show you how to request that later. But the household size is also important to determining how much, are you eligible in the college discovery program. And the third item is you need to make sure is when you gather all your family incomes, such as like transcript, and like sometimes people may say that they didn't file income tax form, or they may not receive official like income information, like maybe they only get food stamp or public assistance, social security benefit. Whatever you get that the family income, bring it to us. Bring it to the college discovery office, and then they will forward your income back to my office. I will go review it to see are you really eligible to get accepted in the college discovery program. Okay, so after you submit your income's information to me or to college discovery office, and after I review those information, this is only saying, are you eligible in the college discovery program? But the most important thing is we need to make sure that you need to file your financial application form. And to apply your financial application form process, you need to file the 2013 and to 2014 fee application for federal student aid. So we call FAFSA. And the link, if you have a pen, write it down. This address is www.fafsa.ed.gov. This is the only website I want you to go to file it. Because actually some students come to our office saying that, oh, someone asked me to pay for $300 at the end of the application form. That is not a real financial application form. You still will go through that process of FAFSA, but you're paying for a middle person to process your application. Remember, this link is free. You don't have to pay for anything. It's come from the federal. So you just go to that link, and then you submit your information. And before you try to apply the FAFSA, I would suggest you go to this link. It's called Federal Student Aid Personal Identification Number. The website is www.pin.ed.gov. This is like a signature, okay? So I guess one of like the student, if you're a dependent student, you also ask either your mom or your daddy to request their PIN number. So because you need to submit the signature. So everything is electronic now. You file the FAFSA online, so you have to put the PIN number to submit your application form. But just somehow you couldn't able to get the PIN number, you still could submit the signature form, but you make sure your printer is working because you have to print out the signature page and mail it back to the FAFSA. But if you want to speed up the process, the best things to do is register the PIN number, submit online. It will take faster to process your application form. Most important, after you gather all your income's information, you put those data in online, and at the end, they will ask you, where do you want to go? What school you want to go? I guess you're coming to Queensboro, right? Otherwise, you won't be here tonight. So our school code, the federal school code is the 6-digit number, okay? Make sure you type that. Is 002697. This is your FAFSA application form school code number. If you say, I'm not deciding which school that I'm going to, I believe they have I think it's a 6th choice of the college that we allow to put. But make sure, if you're not sure, you still put Queensboro, because if you want later on to check your status, you could always check with us to see are you really getting any financial aid. And after you submit your FAFSA, at the end there's a page, it's called confirmation page. There's a link will carry you, like it's a blue line to ask you to submit your TAP information. That is the only way you could file your TAP application form. And when you submit those information, they also ask you what school you want to go. But the TAP application form, you're only allowed to put one choice of the college. So if you definitely know which school you go, you have to, then you put the school code. But if for Queensboro, our TAP school code is 1407, okay? So, I'm sorry, it's 1407. I don't want you to type O, okay? 1407. And just in case if later on, like you put Queensboro and then you figure out you don't want to come, or then you will have to go into change it on your own to put someone else. But I don't know other school code. I only know my Queensboro, so it's 1407. And the major type of financial aid I only want to talk about tonight is just Pell and TAP. And they also have other type of financial aid, but tonight we're not talking about what other grant we have, but if you want to know that the detailed information, actually you could go to our QCC financial aid website, and we will describe all type of financial aid you could able to apply and to see how you really could get that information. And actually, we have some booklet in outside after we finish in here, and then we have a booklet, and we're going to give you some description or detail about which type of financial aid you could apply. But we most important for college discovery student, I want you to apply is federal Pell, that is the Pell money, and another type of financial is called TAP from the state. So this is two important things for you to apply. And if without these two application form, you won't able to receive, Mr. Winston said that the $350 of the CD stipend for each semester, you won't receive it. If you don't apply for financial aid, you won't get any funding of the College Discovery Program. And one more thing that I think he didn't include, Winston including that, good news is actually if someone needs to go summer school, you may have a chance to get the summer stipend money. Not everyone, it depends on which summer workshop that you attend, and you could get up to $300 for the summer stipend. So it's free money, but you have to make sure that are you eligible that in the College Discovery Program, and then you have to submit the application or the document to me before that the deadline. And our financial application form deadline is June 1st. So that deadline is, if just saying that you file later, that means if you file before that deadline, if you're eligible for college discovery and financial aid, we will make sure that the money is be ready here to pay for your tuition if you're eligible. Okay, so make sure you submit the FAFSA application form. Can you raise your hand? Let me know how many students have not filed yet the financial aid application form. Not filed yet. Okay, so okay, it's good to hear there's only two of you. And then you could come, we have a Saturday workshop. It's like kind of like one-on-one, but it's like we have a class together, and our two counselors will be in our workshop, and we will teach you how to file financial aid application form, free of charge. And then if you want, at the end, you could come to speak to Ms. Landberg and give her your name and your email address. And actually, we have two Saturday night that you could come to our workshop. Is May 11th from 10 o'clock, and the another one is 11 o'clock is in the room location. You could check with Ms. Lambert. And then another workshop we got it is for May 4th, Saturday, 12 p.m. The location you could find out later. But make sure that means this coming Saturday, you could come to bring your parents' income tax form. This one, you don't have to show me the transcript yet, because we're just helping you to fill up the application form online. So in this case, I don't need to see your transcript. You could just bring us your parents' income tax form for 2012. So if you're interested to file the FAFSA application form, come down later to register, and we will help you out. And the last item that we want to talk about is, okay, so after you file your FAFSA, what happened, right? After you file FAFSA, that you may have a chance that your application is going to select for verification, and you will go receive an email. They will let you know what document is required to submit to our office. And also you need to look at your email, the Tiger Mail, I guess, or maybe, I would suggest you look at your Tiger email address and maybe also your personal address to see. They send you the link and will tell you what type of verification worksheet that is required for you to submit to financial aid office. So check your email and make sure that look at your information to see would the federal government ask you to submit the document for your FAFSA, okay, for Pell. This has nothing to do with your college discovery program. So when you submit the document to me, it's just only to see are you eligible in the college discovery program. But if your federal asks you to submit the verification worksheet and your transcript, you still have to bring it back to us. But if you submit the document to college discovery office now, and then later on you get an email saying that you need to submit the verification worksheet, and so you may just check with us to see do you really need to bring those statements. But most likely, if you already bring it to me, or the college discovery office, most likely you just need to submit your verification worksheet. Okay, so how to request your transcript, and the information actually just on the top. You could call them. You could call them as 1-800-908-9946, or you could just go, there's a link, it's called wwirs.gov. But you have to go in so many steps in order for you to get this link. So I think the best link is going to this, is HTTPS. Oh, sorry. I didn't know this is sensitive. Okay. Okay, https://sa2:irf.gov/irf-TRA/start.do, okay? And can you see it? If you need time to write it down, okay? So after you submit this information, right? No, not after. Before you submit this information, make sure, I would suggest you ask your parents, pull up their income tax form. Get the income tax form in front of you, because you need to write exactly information what you have on your parents' income tax form, or even for yourself. You need to provide social security number or tax ID number. It depends on your parents' status or your status. If they're not New York State, they don't have a social security card, they only have a tax ID number, so you will need your tax ID number. But if you are regular resident in the United States, you should have a social security card, then you submit your social security number to put your IRS request transcript. And your parent date of birth, if this is for parents, you need to have your exactly date of birth, and sometimes you want to check with your mom or dad exactly date. Don't guess, or maybe your mom lied to you her age, but make sure exactly at the month and the year and day, right? And most important, and I need to let you know that, is the address. A lot of students complain they couldn't get the transcript, because if you just saying your home address is 222-05, and then that is what you wrote on your income tax form. But when you type online, you forget to put the dash, not exactly on your income tax form, or you forget to put on your, you're supposed to put apartment 2, and you didn't list that, and then now you put this they won't give you the transcript. So you have to write exact address of your income tax form. That is how you request the transcript. And after you got all your information, and then you need to make sure submit all the document, transcript, make copy, and all the required document. The email will tell you what type of document you need to submit to our office. Our office is located in Library Building, room 409, so you could submit those information to us. This is only for financial aid part. For college discovery document, to see you're eligible in the program, you need to submit to College Discovery Office. Okay, that's two different things, so make sure you submit those information. And after you submit this information to our office, and our representative, we're going to review your document that you provided, and you will definitely, after we review, like we make sure everything is correct, that you compare what you report to us and the document you submit. We need to make sure, verify that is correct information. And after everything is complete process, we will going to send you an email, and then you make sure that open your email, and then you could log on to the CUNY First account, and then under CUNY Student Service Center, that link, you could open it and to find out what is your award will be, and they will show you this information and tell you how much exactly you're getting for financial aid. And but remember, not everyone will get select for verification, okay? Doesn't mean everyone have to come to see financial aid office. Only if you get select. So for the people never need to submit the verification sheet for federal. You just, that after we complete this information process, you will still go and get a email, and then you open that the CUNY First account, and then same thing, open the Student Service Center. You will able to see your award and tell you how much you're eligible for financial aid. And most important things is this program is first come, first serve. We have a limit, okay? If I meet my quota, like just say, I'm not going to tell, can I tell them how? No, I don't need to tell you. If I have enough my number, that's it. I cannot, like if you come later and ask, well, I really want to come in the program. And if we already fill up our program numbers, then I really cannot accept more students. So you make sure you come early as soon as possible, so I could find out, are you really getting the program, and then I could tell Winston to go ahead to register for your class, because that's the most important thing. If you don't submit this document, we will not go help you. We cannot determine to see are you qualifying the program. They won't help. They cannot going to let you know what classes you need to take. And I guess I have enough stuff, right? Okay.
Q&A. Okay.
Okay.
All righty. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Michelle and Marianne. Now we're going to open up the floor for some questions. If parents have questions about anything, and students have questions about anything that you've just heard, either from the CD portion of the presentation or the financial aid portion of the presentation. If you have any questions now's the time to ask them. Or if you want to, some of you may not want to ask them now, you may want to wait till you go outside. They'll be staffing a table in the lobby area. You can ask your questions there as well. But to benefit those of who are sitting here, who may have the same question, if you have a question, now is the time to ask it. Question in the back. Yes, sir. No, the summer classes are free. They're not paying for that, right? Only for this summer, right? Only for this summer, correct. Sorry, yeah, thanks for that clarification. Only for this summer. Your first semester, your first summer, if you take courses this first summer, those courses are free. Remedial courses are free, not regular classes. Regular classes, credit-bearing courses, you've got to pay for those. But to get students prepared for their regular classes in the fall, the remedial classes, the non-credit classes are free over the summer. Right, if they need it, correct.
Only if you're eligible in the college
discovery program.
Then you get the free summer program. So It's a big benefit. You could get free classes, at least it's $160 per credit, right? Yeah, so it's like
just
almost
160,
like
yeah,
500
one.
something.
That you're saving.
Okay, only if you're eligible in the college discovery program, you could get a free summer class, free summer program. And that is also almost like $500-600 that you get in your pocket. You didn't see the money, but you gain the benefit. You use that. Only this first summer you don't have to pay for it. But just saying in the future you want to continue to go to summer school, they charge you money. So just make sure to take the benefit. Okay.
Well, actually, no. If you're a CD student and I'm sorry, let me make sure I understand your question. Your question is, if you cannot take the remedial classes over the summer, can you take them in the fall, right? And the answer to that is, if you want to be in CD, you cannot. You must be ready to take credit-bearing courses in the fall. All right? That's why you're coming in the summer. If you want to take them in the fall, then you cannot be in the college discovery program, because we want you to be out of remediation, any developmental courses in the summer. That's why we give you those 6 weeks of summer intensive summer instruction to get you out of remediation, and it's for free. And if you come in the fall, then you're paying for it in the fall. All right? Just keep that in mind. If you don't want to be in the program and you want to take these courses in the fall, then you're paying for those courses in the fall. All right? The question was, if you're in CD, are you eligible to participate in any other?
Depends on the need.
Okay.
And then most likely independent student will get it.
If you're eligible to get college work study, I'm gonna let the financial ed experts handle that question.
It's actually based on your needs, and it depends on your family income. But remember, if you already qualify in the CD program, most likely you may have a high chance to get a lot of federal and state money. So, and then we give you additional $350 per semester for CD stipend, plus $69.85 for CD fees that on top of it. So most likely, depends on your packaging plan, package to on your budget. So most likely, I was saying that independent student may not, dependent student may not getting work study, except maybe independent student. But we could check that later. If after you file your FAFSA, you could come back with financial office and to look at that. Did you get package of work study? Or you could go into, if you complete all the documentation, you could go and check on your CUNY First account. It will list that what amount you get for each type of financial aid.
And we're throwing out terms that you hear like CUNY First, and CUNY First is our database system here at the college and the university, and every student will have a CUNY First account to check their status. And we'll review that in the summer classes as well, in your summer session here. Other questions? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, you're really not allowed to miss, because you have to be here. The summer classes run 4 days. I'm going to ask one of the ladies Sandra, could you? Or because they'll be teaching those summer classes.
Yeah.
They're C100 classes. Okay.
Right. When it comes to the summer classes in general, the summer classes, when you take summer classes, they're condensed, meaning that rather than coming in twice a week for maybe an hour or so, you're now coming in Monday through Wednesday or Monday through Thursday. Our ST100 runs Monday through Wednesdays, and there's 2 different sections. There's one that starts at 9:30 to about 11, and the other one's at 1:15 to about 3. When it comes to missing classes, we do make. It's right. No, it's only 1 day for it's 3 days for a student. Correct? Right. Yeah. Oh, it's 4 days. I'm sorry. 4 days. Right. I'm sorry. 4 days out of the week for 6 weeks.
Thursday.
Monday to Thursday.
No, it's Monday through Wednesday.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
No, here.
Our summer class is once a week for 6 weeks, but it goes with the remedial course. If the student needs a remedial course that you're going to get for free in the summertime, you take that for 6 weeks, 4 days a week. Our class works around that 1 day of that week. Right. Monday through Thursday, right.
Just make sure that your high school write a statement saying what class you take and between the period when you stay in that summer and then submit to submit to your college discovery office.
Yeah.
And then they will let me know you don't require to go summer school, but you won't receive the summer stipend, okay? Because you're not coming to us, but that will be exempt for the summer program.
How do you apply for remedial classes? Okay, that's going to be dependent, that will depend on how you did on the test, all right? You may not need it. I'm going to let Sandra address that because she's one of the counselors. Sandra, you want to tell them?
Okay. When you come for your academic advisement appointment for fall, we will do summer with you as well. So if you took the placement tests and you are in need of remedial math, for instance, we will schedule you for math in the summertime along with the ST100, the Intro to College Life, and we'll schedule you for your fall classes at the same time.
So you got summer and fall. Ma'am, yes. Oh, if you didn't take the placement test, can you still take it? That was the question, right? You can. In fact, the test will be going on through August, but you don't want to wait that late to take the placement test. If you have not, you were probably scheduled to take it and didn't miss your scheduled date. Call the testing office and have them reschedule you. 718-631-6358. 718-631-6358. And they can reschedule you for the placement test. Okay. Just some housekeeping things right now. You have forms with you. If you have them already, some of you brought your IRS transcripts. You told us you will bring them. We will take them from you at the front desk. We have a box there. We'll take them and drop them in there, and then we'll turn them over to the financial aid office. We have refreshments for you down here. We'll ask that you complete the evaluation form of the program. Be honest and let us know, and we'll collect those evaluations from you as well. Refreshments are on the house. Want to thank you for coming out. Again, stop at the table, ask questions. Thank you very much.